I've been a fashion model for the last 8-9 years. Fashion shows actually are the worst thing you can do in modeling in terms of payment.
You transitioned into doing OnlyFriends.
I made in the first 3 months more money than I did in like 8 years modeling. This is me eating like 4,000 calories right now. I didn't have like shaving cream and I was like, what can I do? I gotta go. So I used lube. I was like, okay, I'll lube up my face. Oh God.
Lube.
Lube, it works.
All right, welcome guys to the new podcast episode on my YouTube channel. And today I'm here with my new friend. What's your name?
Ian Bradley.
Ian Bradley. Beautiful accent. So
Thank you.
I thought about making something fun with him because I've seen his Instagram page and I think he's interesting story. So I'm gonna go through all the questions I have with you. And number one question obviously is like, where are you from?
So I'm originally from Switzerland, been living the last 3-4 years in the US. Now in Miami, but probably back in New York because I don't like it.
So why did you move here?
Initially for modeling. So I've been actual modeling. I've been a fashion model for the last 8-9 years, been working all over Europe. And then I came to the US for work. So that was the reason for my move.
You're the first professional model on my podcast because usually,
honor.
usually it's just like people who are like not modeling professionally, but modeling. But
Modeling.
I wanted to ask you so you're gay.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so that's good. So basically, I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the modeling idea at first? Like, did people tell you like you're beautiful, and you were like, okay, I am?
Were you talking fashion modeling,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Actually, through Instagram, I was posting there, and the scout reached out to me and was like, "Hey, are you interested in modeling?" Which I first of all declined because I was in my last year of school and I like really had to focus to pass that year because it wasn't looking good. I passed. So I declined. And then when I passed, I posted the graduation picture and he was like, do you want to model now? Since I didn't know what to study, I was like, sure, let's give this a shot.
And how did it start? Did you just like took pictures? What was it?
So it starts with like Polaroid pictures where it's just like against the white wall and they send it to agencies, which I immediately got signed in Milan. So they sent me off to Milan for like 3 months where I was going like from castings to castings and just trying to book as many jobs as I
Did
can.
they pay for your house in there?
So with modeling agencies, I don't know if I can say that. I'm going to get shunned from the industry. But so they pay for everything in advance for you. So like they provide you housing, sometimes even like flight tickets, visas, whatever. But they keep track of everything. So even the housing costs a certain amount of money. And if you book a job later, they will subtract all the money. So sometimes it happens, you go into a country, you work there, you work several jobs, you make money, but you don't see nothing of the money because your expenses are so high.
So
They just deduct everything from there and you're still in minus despite having worked.
So it's basically kind of like a loan.
It's like a loan, but like the prices, they make up the prices of how much they want to charge for the housing. So it's kind of like, it's not really regulated.
It's like gray area.
It's a gray area. Many people don't know that. So it's not that glamorous.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like anytime people talk to me about Fashion Week in New York and it's like going there, it's like I feel like it's like nobody makes money there. It's like couple people make money, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool you like guys took pictures and like went to a couple parties, but like, because I feel like I talked to hairstylists and all those people, a lot of them just work for free in order to like get there.
So fashion shows actually are the worst thing you can do in modeling in terms of payment.
Yeah.
Of course, like it gives you status, it gives you exposure, which might lead to more jobs you can book. I don't know if I can say this.
You don't have to, don't say anything you don't want to. Yeah.
No, I think it's fine because I'm so removed from it right now. But when I was walking the good shows like Dolce Gabbana, Versace, 2, 3, 4 years back, they paid like you would laugh at the amount.
A couple thousand.
No.
Less.
For less than 1,000 per show. So that is like ridiculous because you have to go for a casting, rehearsals, fitting. So it takes you a couple days. And the pay is just like, it doesn't match it. So
And
you waste a lot of time.
I feel like people don't understand the preparation part, like the fitting, right? Because the fitting can take like 5 hours while they fit you, and
Depends,
you're
yeah.
just standing there miserable.
Exactly. And all of this is not paid. So like you go to castings, you might not get the job. Sometimes you go to the casting, they invite you to the fitting, they fit you. and then in the end they end up not choosing you or like ditching you last minute without having to pay you anything. So you did all of that work for nothing.
Okay, well, that's a little bit of internal model more, and like I really wanted somebody to tell this because I feel like people glamorize it a lot, and then, like you see there's like a model and you're like it's so cool, but I don't know what's so cool. I don't know. I feel like it's so unfair. It needs to be like more laws and regulations.
Definitely, it's really unregulated industry. I don't want to talk about because like I got a lot of good out of it too,
There is
but
good parts. For
I
sure,
want to
yeah.
be real because
Yeah.
like not everything is like glitz and glamour, and that's
Yeah.
just like the reality of it.
No, you see, I'm very capitalistic in a way, so I kind of want to see like, okay, if I'm doing something, I want to see how is it getting me ahead in terms of financial. Like, I really don't like to wait. I wanted to be an actor at some point, but I kind of like realized, okay, this is not gonna work because I'm not just gonna sit and wait for the role or like apply for a bunch of castings. And also, I feel like a lot of times in this kind of world, like show business, there's like a lot of, if you're like attractive, there's like advantage or people like trying to make a move on you. And like, you know, photographers can be a little, how was was there any situations with photographer or you got lucky?
I mean, there is a lot of creeps in that industry because the whole industry is a little sexualized in itself
Yeah.
already.
A couple of my friends, even like Instagram models, are like having weird experiences with photographers too.
Yeah, there's definitely photographers that like even have a reputation of like, okay, just be like, you know, he might be a little touchy-feely, adjust the underwear a little.
And models
too
know
much.
this and they just tell each other.
Models know this. It's kind of like an open secret, but like sometimes if the photographer is like famous, you just kind of like let it
Go through
slide,
this, yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't say that's the good thing to do, but that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
But I had like a lot of professional shoots too. Like it's not like just a scum industry. Like I had many good experiences too. But I mean,
What does like good experience looks like? Like what is a good experience in a shoot or in a campaign?
when you have like a great team, it's fun to work with. Like a lot of time, work doesn't feel like work. Like you're around amazing people. You shoot for a brand that you love. You wear like the nicest clothes. You have like a great time at set. That is like an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite brand, if you can say, that was like really good for you?
I think it would be Versace
Yeah.
because simply of the fact I'm gonna sound like a simp because Dua Lipa was headlining the show.
Period.
And I got to talk with her backstage and like we stood in line next to each other, so that was like my little fangirl moment.
Is there a big difference between modeling like in Europe and New York, for example?
I mean, every market is different. Every market looks for something different. Definitely in the US, it's more like diverse.
Yeah.
I have to say. Just also in terms of like sizes. More like in Europe, the models are super slim mostly. Even like muscles. Yeah, you can be muscle, but you still have to be slim. But in the US, you see like more diversity in all kind of aspects.
Did it affect your brain in terms of like you look very good and like did it affect your like okay I'm not gonna eat today, I'm not gonna like I have to work out, like I have to watch my drinking, like or you were like just genetically and like it's just not as hard?
I mean, honestly, I have to say, like, genetically, I have a really hard time gaining weight. So I have to, like, consciously eat so much. So the last few months, I was eating like crazy. I'm trying to bulk. And this is me eating like 4,000 calories right now.
This is insane.
I'm still not like huge.
I can barely get to, and not even always like 1,500 there.
So I don't really have to watch what I eat. Thank God. But I know for other people, it's different.
How old you were when you were kind of like realized you were gay?
I mean, I think you realize early on that something is like
Not regular, yeah.
not regular. Probably like in the underwear section when you're like staring a little too long at those like half naked torsos, and you're like,
Or the beach.
the what?
Beach.
Or the beach when you're like, yeah, you're looking at the guys a little more than the girls, the dressing room. So I think it.
Did you have like a gay awakening, or underwear aisle it was?
I mean, it was mostly the underwear aisle, and then when you get a bit more explicit, when you get like older and watch certain videos, and you're like, I'm focusing more on like one part of the video rather than the others, and you're like, wait a damn moment.
Yeah, my horniest moments were at the beach. Like when I was going with my family, and I was like, we're going to the beach. I was like, oh God, this is like so annoying because I was
I
just
get
like
that,
horny,
like-
especially when I was like 14, 15, 16. That's when I was like, okay.
Yeah, people walking like half naked in front of you. I know it can be tempting. I get that.
Did you like what age did you like came out? Did you had like coming out story? How was it?
So, oh God, we're really gonna go there. So I never had like an actual coming out. Mm-hmm. My friends did that for me, unfortunately.
Oh wow. Like, very good friendship.
It's not their fault. Like, you got time?
Okay.
Okay, so my grandfather, okay, my parents are separated.
Yeah.
My grandfather died on my dad's side, and my dad notified me. And once someone dies, the funeral is rather quick.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Croatia, since like my family is partly also from there. So I immediately like wanted to pack my bags and go to the funeral with my dad. But I haven't seen my family in years from there, so I was like, okay, I need to arrive like shaved and like look ready. So I didn't have like shaving cream, and I was like, shit, what can I do? I gotta go. So I used lube. I was like, okay, I'll lube up my face. Oh God, lube, it works. I shaved and I left.
Did it feel like dry after or was
Oh, it was great. Like,
okay.
if you guys ever need a hack, like lube it is. And I left. And keep in mind, in Croatia, it's a really remote area. We barely have Wi-Fi. I didn't have my phone really on. So my mom is used that I'm like sleeping at my friends' places sometimes, or just like not always reachable. So for her, that was no red flag. But my friends were like, why can't we reach him? Where is he at? So they texted my mom. We were like, where is Ivan?
How long have you been gone for?
So I've been gone for like 2-3 days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
3 days.
Yeah, I would be concerned.
And they couldn't reach me, and my mom was like, yeah, like I don't reach him always on a daily basis. For her it's normal, but they were like, yeah, but we usually do. So that's a little weird. So they met with my mom. We're like, where's he at? No one can reach him. And my mom was like, guys, I found a bottle of lube in the bathroom. I forgot to like put it away. Oh my God. Um, and then my friends were like, yeah, like he might have been kidnapped by like a grinder date. So the secret was out. I guess that was my coming out story.
How did it end?
Well, they went to the police to file like missing people.
They went to the police.
They went to the police and like they interviewed my friends individually. They were like, "Oh, he's a model," and the police was like, "He might do drugs or is like on a bender or whatever." No, and while my mom was outside at the police, my aunt called, and my mom was like almost crying, like, "We can't find anyone. We're filing a missing person report." And my aunt was like, "He's at the funeral in Croatia. Like his grandfather died."
So the point of the story, try to call back.
So the point of the story is always let your friends know where you are, at least one of them. Otherwise, you might get forced to come out.
And threw away your lube.
And hide your damn lube, because
Or buy a shaving cream.
that was like the most embarrassing part of the story, because I actually never told my mom that I used the lube to shave my face, because that would have just sounded like a straight excuse.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just let her think I had fun in the
How
bathroom
did
or
they
whatever.
took it?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, did they react it positively?
So my friends were a little pissed because I got upset with them. I was like, why do you guys do such a big drama for me just being gone for like 2-3 days? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't have any obligations telling anyone where I'm at. But then again, they did it out of a place of caring, so I'm actually happy.
How was the mom reaction to you being gay?
She kind of like didn't I mean, she never like, we never talked about it. So it was kind of just the open secret. And then at one point I just brought over a boyfriend, and
So it was good.
that was it. Yeah, she kind of like swallowed it down, and she was, I don't think she was like happy with it, but I think there were signs earlier on, so she could maybe like guessed it. Like,
Do you have like brother or sister?
I do have a sister.
Yeah, so got it. What it's like to be gay, like in Switzerland, in terms of there are like gay bars there, like do people, because it's such a small country.
So it depends which city you're from. The bigger cities like Zurich, they do have like one gay club, two gay clubs, some gay parties here and there, and some like gay bars. But like the scene is so small, and the people are just like not it. I hope this podcast doesn't go to Switzerland.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of Swiss people.
Perfect. Keep it that way.
So-
So it's kind of boring and it's really small and just like,
Can you describe like typical Swiss gay guy? Like, you know, in New York, it's like the guy who goes to Equinox, he works in finance, he is like, you know,
so I would say the typical Swiss gay guy. I mean, there's different ones, of course, but like the typical one is probably more. I mean, I hooked up with like 1-2 farmers. I'm not gonna lie, as cliche as it is from like Switzerland, but like that's a thing too. I would say they're more like falling into the classic stereotype of like a little bit more like flamboyant.
Oh, I didn't know
just
this.
Like, you can tell, but of course I'm generalizing now because
Yeah, yeah.
I have like
your
gay
experience,
friends
yeah.
who like
Just
are the
I'm asking
opposite.
based on your experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so pretty much that.
But like, would you say like flamboyant? What else? Like, what do they do for work? Or there is no like one job?
I don't think there's like one category you can like
Mm-hmm.
put them in, but
Like, do they like Eurovision there?
of course, I do too. I'm
Yeah,
European.
because it's like European gays.
Aren't you too?
I like it. Yeah, I don't watch it every year, but
I stopped watching it when I came to the US. I had to like assemble to the lifestyle here. People don't even know
you
what
start
a
watching
Eurovision-
Super Bowl.
the halftime show.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny because I was like, I've never like, you know what? I met one Swiss guy who was gay. He was actually, but he was like living in Serbia and he moved to Switzerland. So he said similar thing that there's really not that much gay life there. Is there like gay bathhouses there?
No, I mean, not,
Because it's like
no.
popular. It's popular for Europe. Like I know Amsterdam has, you know,
Amsterdam
Madrid.
is way more like sexually liberated and has
Yeah.
way more of a sexual undertone. Switzerland is more like conservative and just like you don't really see like gay people holding hands and walking down the street. It's not really like
A thing.
I remember seeing one time when I was a child and I was like flabbergasted. I was like,
Oh,
there's
wow.
2 men holding hands. So that is not just. But then again, there is pride in Switzerland too. So when you go during Pride on the streets, it's like full of gays and like I don't know where they're all coming from out of their holes, but apparently there is a lot of gays too.
Is it Grindr the most popular app there, or there are some other
I'm
apps?
sure. There used to be like a website that was something like Grindr where I actually found my first boyfriend on. I think it was called like Purple Moon or something.
Yeah.
So that was popular back in the day. That kind of died down when Grindr rose to the top.
What was your like first guy experience, if you can share? Also, I'm curious. Like, was it with DL guy? Was it with the open gay guy?
No, it was actually with a really openly gay guy, and he was a little much for my because I wasn't really out yet. Not all my friends knew, so him being so unapologetically himself scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
And he probably looked at you and was like, "Oh, this guy's in a closet too much."
He wished I would have been more open, but like I think he understood because like we've all been in the closet at one point, so I think like we have a mutual understanding of not to push someone. But it did scare me a
How
little
did
bit.
you guys meet?
Purple Moon.
Purple
Through
Moon,
the
yeah,
website, yeah.
So you just met up and like, was it like scheduled date? How was it?
So he was from another city, so I made sure to meet him in the other city because I didn't want any of my friends to like
Oh, so
see
you,
me.
you were deep in closet. Okay.
I was like deep in there.
So you took a train?
I took a train. I mean, everything is close in Switzerland.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I
an
think,
hour
yeah.
away by train. It's fine. So I made sure to like meet him in his city a couple times. He did come to my city one time, and I was like checking the whole city. Like, do I know someone who's walking by?
Was your first boyfriend before? Was your first sexual experiences and like kissing experiences?
He was my first sexual experience in terms of like he was my first time.
Did you do something with girls before?
I kissed girls.
But you didn't have any sexual interaction?
No.
So I think it's called Gold Star Gay.
I'm Gold Star Gay.
Yeah, so you didn't do anything.
Never.
You see, I did. So
You like full on
Yeah,
went to last base.
yeah, I touched it. I went in.
What was that?
You know, it wasn't bad. It was just different. I just was you know, in my top era. So, no, it was when we were like kind of dating. I mean, I don't know if you can name it dating when you're like 16, you know, and we were like dating for months and then it kind of happened, but it didn't happen many times. I think it happened like maybe 3 times. And yeah, and I was like, that's why I was questioning. It was like, because I'm still like can get like kind of like sexually hard and stuff, and I was like, I'm bisexual, or I don't know. But then it kind of just died off.
Drop the ball.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask about Europe, right?
Okay.
And guys here in US, like, what do you think is the main difference between the gay guys? Like, is there a main difference?
So I feel like I haven't really experienced like American gays as in like rural America, because I always feel like the bigger cities are kind of a bubble in itself.
I agree to the point that a lot of like gay guys come here from all the cities, though. You know what I mean? So I feel like what you see in New York, you can find a lot
Way
of.
more vibrant.
Yeah.
There's everything here. So I don't think that it reflects the image across all of the US. So I can't really
I like how
speak for
politically
that.
correct you are.
We're being filmed. You gotta be careful.
He has a PR training. I like it. I like it. It's like, I cannot speak for everybody. I cannot generalize those people.
Peace on earth.
I just, how do you say it? Complainer. How do you say it? Like, we just want to let you know, guys, that it's not the full generalization. It's just, we're talking. Like, we're talking. Personal experience. I'm talking about, like, we are not generalizing everybody. But, like, do you notice, like, in culture, like, besides that, in US they say top and bottom, and then in Europe they say passive and active.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like European men, but I don't think it's true across the board, are just sometimes more fluid and open.
I agree,
feel
yeah.
like in the US it's more like rigid and like I'm straight, I'm this. I feel like some European guys, like especially in countries like Spain,
I
are just
agree.
very much like go with the flow. I'm
Even
not
straight
gay, but
guys,
like
too.
I'll hook up with the guy.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna go crazy seeing a guy in speedos and it's like, oh my god, that's so gay. Whereas here, if you wear like speedos, you're
like,
people look at you like you're naked.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the whole point. It was my friend did this challenge interview on the street when he was like, "I'm need two guys and I'll give him $100 to kiss." And I'll see if they're gonna do it, right? So he did it here in Florida, and there was so much. Oh, like, they did like a little bit, and then I was like, I'm gonna try to do something the same in like Spain. When I went to Spain, and I was like,
Wait, I actually saw that video of yours with those two guys. You give them $100 or something.
a 60 era. So there was a
I saw that.
60 era, and there was like 5 different couples who did it. Couple of friends, and what's funny, like one of them I remember, I never mentioned Ton. And
They,
they
like, tongued each other
started Ton,
down.
yeah. And then in
Shit.
other ones were like a little bit more obvious. And then I started to say, okay, you have to do it at least like for 10 seconds or like 5 seconds, whatever. But I did notice, and it was like, it's so funny because I was so scared to interview people, and like it's in Spain, I don't know. But I came to them and I was like, these guys who are like, I would say never would do this. And
They just like did it.
they're like, did it. And they're like, and it's on camera. There was one couple of guys who like did it too, and then they texted me, hey, any chance you
Like don't post it.
don't post it? Yeah.
Did you have any other bad experiences with like asking the guys to do that? That they're like, what the fuck are you asking?
But those two guys who texted me, do not post it. They were like saying that they're like from Catholic background, so they're
family
yeah.
issues.
And the other ones mostly no. I would say maybe one. I don't even remember a single couple who, because I didn't really do that much. It's like 60 euro per like, it's kind of like whatever. I mean, it's obviously made me, a little bit of exposure and stuff. Like, it's fun video. But yeah, there was really people who are not saying no. There is like maybe a couple people who are like really aggressive when I ask even about interview. But the two Spanish guys with me, they called them specific name, those people, because they're not, I don't know if I can even say this, but it was like, those people are not really from here and they're like very homophobic. So there was like this kind of moment. There was like couple guys. And because they have like specific name for everything in Spain, is like the guys who wear like blue short, upper middle class, whatever they call them, Cayetanas or something. It's like the ones that are like, just hot guys, like whatever, Catholics, they believe in king, like that's thing. But they have like specific name in Spain for everything. But anyways, yeah, I feel like it's a good answer. I feel like people in Europe are a lot more open. Especially if you try to go to Alabama, go in Speedos, you know what
It
I mean?
also depends where in Europe, because like there are certain countries that
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
for
not.
sure,
But I'm
yeah.
just saying like
I'm
there
saying,
is certain
yeah.
countries where everyone is more like.
For me, Europe is not the Europe. All this, when I talk about Europe, it's like Spain, it's like Italy. Even though Italy is pretty like, they have a strict gay laws. Like I feel like they prohibit.
Italy swings both ways. It can
Yeah.
be like really open or really closed.
Italian people who I talked to, they said that there are a lot of DL guys there because they live with their families till they're 30 and
I'm
like.
sure, like a lot of like faceless
Yeah. Where do you think
profiles on Grindr.
Where do you think the hottest guys are in Europe?
Spain.
Spain. Mm-hmm. Like, what's your type?
The Spanish guys.
Like, do you like more muscular?
So I usually like I like a daddy, I like a muscular. I mean, doesn't have to be like necessarily just older, but can also be younger. But I do like if they're like well built, maybe like some beard, a little darker.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the opposite of me. I feel like I'm more like light skinned. My hair is not like dark. I don't really have a beard, so I'm just kind of like
I get it.
attracted to that.
So last topic I wanted to touch is like you transitioned into doing OnlyFriends, and how has it been going for you? Like, was it a big transition, and why did you decide to stop doing model, or not stop, but like?
Yeah, I'm still modeling.
Yeah.
Just like it's not my main gig anymore. So I started it because of money, obvious reasons. I think it's almost the same answer for everyone. I mean, some feel liberated by it. I made in the first 3 months more money than I did in like 8 years modeling.
No way,
Which
really?
is like really sad.
In 3 months, made more than in 8 years. Yeah. Everybody who's watching who is a model, right? Signing up.
You know,
Take a picture of your ID.
I'll send you a referral link. But yeah, I started that. I was like, oh my God, like there is way more money in that. Also, I was living in the US. So at that time, like I just needed more money because the US is more expensive in terms of like living in Italy, living in Spain, living like in, it's just you can live cheaper here in like New York.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have money to survive.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, it's.
What's like, was it scary for you?
I mean, definitely, because as sexualized as the modeling industry is, they don't like if you take charge of your own sexuality. They like to exploit it themselves and not you. So
This is gonna be a good reel.
hope it doesn't go viral. But yeah, once you take control of that and actually you capitalize on it, the agencies are not really happy about it. I don't know if I should say it, but like,
I mean,
I
it's
think
a
the
real thing. Yeah. I feel like in
agency-
US is more liberal, like than UK or sorry, Europe.
it's definitely more
Because I've
chill
seen some
because-
guys who like model non-stop and they have OnlyFans, but different profile.
Yeah, so
different name.
my agency in, I think it was Milan and Paris, found my OnlyFans because there's a lot of gay guys working
Yeah,
in
for
like
sure,
as bookers. They found it and they fired me. So like I'm no longer working with those agencies. I wasn't planning on working in those markets anyway. I've worked in them. I did like great things. I'm happy with the brands I worked for. I never made too much money to begin with, so I'm not like, oh my God, I'm crying about it. But it just goes to show that they're not as open as like
As they pretend.
the US
Or
is.
US.
Because I know a lot of like models here in the US who have like OnlyFriends and they're
be
still
fine.
working as
Yeah.
models. So like the US is more chill with that.
Have you ever thought about shelf life for the model, like in terms of what are you gonna do next if you didn't like? Because OnlyFans, we can last for a while. You can transfer into daddy, like whatever. It's much more longevity than I feel like a model who is actively working. Have you ever thought was it on your back on your mind?
So that was always the question because I never studied anything. I was like, I went like full in with the modeling, and then I was like, what's the future plan? But I kind of like just went with the flow and did it as long as it went, and then transitioned into this other thing right now, which is working well. So I just kind of have trust in the universe that I'll be like guided to where I need to be.
How gay do you think the modeling industry is? Is it all gay guys or?
No, not at all. So like in terms of like models, I would actually say it's the same percentage as in your average population.
Okay.
Maybe like slightly higher, but like
What about the photographers?
no, definitely. I'm to like behind the scenes, like the brokers, bookers, photographers, creative directors.
Okay.
They're mostly gay, or like a lot of gay guys. Not all of them, but in terms of like models, there is not like a, oh my God, like so many of them are gay. It's
How do models who are straight react to this?
the one.
How do models who are straight react when they enter this world and like everybody's gay? Or mostly it's like they're open-minded?
I mean, you have to be open-minded because that's how you make money. You have to put up a nice face, and I think you get quickly used to it too.
Yeah.
And also, it's usually people above you. It's not like
It's not like
You
your
have-
assistant. Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, even if it's your assistant, you shouldn't be like mean to them, but you just kind of have to swallow it up because it's like they're giving you the jobs, they're booking you. So it's kind of like you just get, I guess, really quickly used to that if you're a straight guy
Yeah.
too.
You like US? You want to stay here?
I love the US. I think it's a great country. It's expensive. You gotta hustle.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the biggest difference, that you cannot really stop here. Like you have to always think.
so the pressure is like
Yeah.
on. That's why I'm like, you always got to think about your next thing, and it's especially in a city like New York, you always
Yeah.
hustling.
All right, so I'm gonna leave Ian's link in description. I think it was great, and I hope maybe we'll film another one at some point. And you guys have any questions for him, please let me know in comments, and maybe he'll come answer, or go check out his Instagram, VIP page.
Mario.
Yeah, VIP page on Instagram and his link, and also yeah, check it out. And we're gonna go film more stuff, more videos, and thank you so much. We should give each other a hug.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Come here.
Oh. All right, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hold on, and now we're just gonna do a thumbnail.